Hello there everybody, it's your Star Wars dad. You know, in this game, LEGO Star Wars Battles, we all go through moments or extended periods of rage or difficult playing. There's your Newt 2 rage. Anyway, today I want to talk about the matchmaking in the game and what is driving people to just get really angry or even a lot of times quit the game. We're going to read through a bunch of comments, both from my YouTube videos, from Reddit, and from Discord. Just find a bunch of different people talking about the matchmaking in the game, how it's affecting them, and talk about how we can get it fixed or how we need the devs to really pay attention and fix that matchmaking. So guys, let's talk some LEGO Star Wars Battles. Okay, everybody, make sure to like and subscribe. Get that out there. You know you want to. You know you want to support the channel by that. We also offer memberships. We have members-only streams out there, and not only for LEGO Star Wars Battles, for other games we play as well. So let's go right away. Jacob Resendez. He comments a lot on YouTube videos, a lot. So he says, I'm not playing the game anymore. The devs of this game are mind-numbingly stupid. Now, you guys know me. I'm not much for that kind of language. I believe that whoever the developers in the game are human beings who are doing their best at a job with whatever job they've been given. A lot of times the developers have no influence to decide things about matchmaking, rewards, costs, etc. But the people that are in charge of that, again, I'm not willing to say anybody's mind-numbingly stupid, but I think they're really missing a lot of really good opportunities for game growth, engaging the people that are playing, and keeping people around. Help us keep the players around that are playing so when we bring more players, we're growing, not that we're just replacing the players that quit. That's just my feedback there. Okay. Because for someone like me who is good at the game, I should be feeling rewarded, but instead I get level 10 tryhards with double my level cards because I was good at the game and moved up the planets fast. Like, really, how hard is it just for the devs to only face you against people with the same level as you? I paid money for the stupid game that won't even let me have fun, not because of my skill, but because devs can't comprehend fairness in the game. This is a common complaint. It happens to all of us all the time. At my level, I've got a level 10 base. I play people with a level 11 base. They've got level 13 units. You know, if you really focus in and just level up the units that you use every time, you can get them up to, level 12, 13, 10, 11, 12. But happens all the time to people that are starting the game off. They have a good skill level in the game. They've got level 6, 7, 8 units, and all of a sudden they find themselves playing people with level 10 and 11 units in the game. It's really not a great way to matchmake. It's built into the system because you're matched by trophies, and people with those higher level cards oftentimes are managing their trophies and staying there, keeping their trophies down low because there's no incentive to gain more trophies and climb higher. More on that later, I'm sure, as we look at this. Moopersan on the streams all the time, big fan of the channel, big fan of the game. I know he loves the game. Fed up with this game. They didn't fix the trophy dropping. It's not fun. Seriously, what's the point? I either get smashed, I'm given a free win, or I smash someone else. I'm mostly just playing events. I play ladder to get scans open, but that's about it. So here brings up one interesting point. The trophy dropping just gotta go. At first it seemed like a really good idea. Now you get punished if I'm really good. If I'm a level 7 player and I'm really good, let's say a level 8 or 9 base, and I'm really good, and I climb up really high, and all of a sudden I hit a bunch of 10s and 11s that I can't beat because they're keeping their trophy levels low on purpose to compete. Then all of a sudden I start losing, and if I lose enough in a row, which we think is 250 leaderboard points, if you lose those in a row, then all of a sudden you're locked out of rewards. Now, what have you done to do that? Nothing other than trying really hard and working really hard to get your roster to the place it could be, and being, other than playing above your level. You're a really good player, so you're taking your level 8 cards and beating people with level 9 cards, even beating some people with level 10 cards, but then losing to the rest of folks that are out there at your same trophy level, and as a result, you get punished for that. And that's not a good look, and it's not a good feel, and it absolutely frustrates us and makes people want to leave the game and quit and just hang it up. The second part of this, Moopersan says, I'm mostly playing events. This is something that we've talked among the top players about. Balaran, who is the GOAT, has brought it up a lot. Why don't we make the events replayable just for either really small rewards or no rewards, or make them available just for regular leaderboard rewards, where you can play against players that have the same level cards as you. We're all at level 8 champions, level 4, everything else. Why can't we just replay the events, just leave it open, and dump or lower the reward system. That way you've kind of got a non-ladder play option available for players who want to do that. Some players don't want to play ladder. They just want to come in and have fun. And if you give them the option to play that, not only do events give you the opportunity to try out new units, because if I'm coming into the game and I unlock, like this week, it was Janna and the Carillion Hounds, right? And I've only got them at like level 4 or 5 or whatever in my deck, so I can't take them into ladder. But I can play with them in the events because they're levels. So give us the events to play with everybody, or give us, golly guys, give us guilds where we can match up against the people, our guild mates. We can match up against them. It levels out our card levels. We get to play against each other. We get to test out new units. We get to have fun, because right now, if you test out new units in ladder play and those units are not leveled up and you don't know, or you don't know what you're doing with them, you get punished by being locked out of rewards, and that is bad. That's not good. That is not a good matchmaking ladder system. Randy Gentry, I deleted the game. It began feeling more like a chore than being fun to play. I felt so much better the next day without having to work on leveling up. Now that's a comment, Randy, and I'm glad you made it. That's a comment that some people you just run into. Sometimes we all play a lot. We all play games. We play mobile games. We play console games. Sometimes the game just goes past being fun for you and you need to delete it and move on. Maybe you'll come back later. Maybe you won't. That's why there's a ton of games out there. So I think Randy was just at a point of frustration where he couldn't do it and just got frustrated playing it. But I wanted to point out something else here from Arthur Santos. Arthur is always on the streams, by the way. Supports the channel. Great support. We love Arthur. I'm almost there too. The matchmaking should consider card levels, not trophies. I agree with this. You know, there are a couple ways to disincentivize people from keeping at a lower trophy level than they should be at. So right now you have people that have like all boohoo leaderboard points. They're top 20 or whatever, but they keep their seasonal trophies at basically their reset level. They don't advance above this, so they'll win one, then they'll lose one, then they'll win one, then they'll lose one, which leads to them playing lower level players and all this stuff we've been talking about already. But if they were constantly matching up against people with the same level base as them, or some other formula rather than leaderboard points or trophies, if they were matching up against trophies is a bad way to match people up in this game. It needs to match people up with the average value of their decks on some given formula, or the level of their base ship, and or give us rewards for gaining a whole bunch of trophies on this season. You know, put those trophies at a real high level. If you give us great rewards for gaining trophies, and maybe give us, and then you leave that punishment in there. You know, people will start climbing to get those rewards. Then they won't want to fall back because then they start getting punished. I still don't like the punishment system either way. I think it's got to go. You just need to find some other way to disincentivize people from dropping trophies on purpose. I'm not sure what that is, but it's not what they're doing right now, because it's punishing a whole lot of people who are really making a strong effort to play the game well. All right, let's take a look at this one here. This is from Brandon Adams. At Star Wars Dead, yeah, the matching game in the system sucks. I'm very good in high trophies for a 9, so I constantly get matched against way higher cards that have 0 chance. I still beat 10s about 70% of the time, but get matched with 11s way too high. 11, I'm not even 11. I'm not even 11. He's a 9 playing 11s. They have level 12 champions. Yeah, if somebody has a level 12 champion and you're a level 9, you have 0 chance against them, unless they're complete idiots or they just give the game away. Sorry to all the complete idiots out there. There you go. Matching should be based on average card level in your deck, not trophies. I agree. I agree with that 100%. Okay, now this is from Discord. We're popping over to the Discord. This is from the LEGO Star Wars Battles official Discord. If you join my Discord, which is links in every description of every video I've ever made, we have a lot of fun there. We talk about LEGO Star Wars Battles, all the other games we play. We talk Star Wars. We talk about all sorts of fun things. We goof off, we troll, whatever. But you can, from there, link to the LEGO Star Wars Battles main Discord, and this is from there. So, Great Ant. Won't know it's me to. So, wait. That's not where I want to be. I was hoping I tested it. Okay, that's where I wanted to get. So the Green Ant down there, halfway down, says, I understand most in this server are already in the clutches of penalty. And Chris007 says, yep, LOL. I've spent far too long in penalty because I didn't understand the ridiculous logic until joining this server, which is if you lose 250 trophies below whatever your most recent highest trophy level was, you go into penalty. Archie says we had a few people reporting penalty. Archie's really good at reading data and understanding what's going on with the game, by the way. I gotta raise that up. Hang on. Archie says, we had a few people reporting penalty in Scarif, but definitely not below. May have been at 4,000, not tied to a planet. So basically, it seems like either the penalty starts at a certain level or it starts really kicking in on folks at a certain level in the game, somewhere around Scarif. So yeah, the penalty's got to go. Everybody's experienced it. It's frustrating. It makes you not want to play. It doesn't make you want to play more and win. It makes you frustrated, and it disincentivizes you from trying out new cards. You just got to keep playing the same deck over and over and over again. All right, and this one's also from Discord. Lego Star Wars Battles Daily Dose. Vader says, I already hit my penalty at my light side penalty at 2037. This is trigger when I unlock Kessel. So when I unlock Kessel, he gets triggered with the penalty. If I stay at exit, I'm not sure that that's true. That's triggered by the planets, but nobody knows exactly how it works. So, which is another problem. You're gonna put a penalty system in and don't tell us how it works, and it's some big secret. What are we, the government here? Let me hang on before I move further. Let me say something else too. The devs won't talk to us. They won't talk to me. They won't talk to some of our best. They just will. They've been on radio silence ever since this game launched. 2.5 years ago in beta, almost whatever, and it makes no sense. Now I get TT Games isn't really big. They mostly launch these Lego big launches on consoles and stuff. When you've got a grinding mobile game where people are playing daily for years at a time, that communication between the development team and the players in the community is really, really important. Way more important than a console game that somebody might play for a couple months till they finish the whole game. Then they come back and fiddle around with it, and then you're pretty much done with it. You don't play it a lot beyond that. But this is a game, Lego Star Wars Battles, that's meant for people to play for years on end. You keep grinding, growing your roster, playing, understanding. In this type of situation, there should be a relationship between the development team and the community. And whether that goes through me as a content creator, or it goes through our Discord channels, or it goes through them reaching out to certain players at the top levels of the game, or even I don't know. But I'm just talking to at one point, one of the animators of the game reached out to me on YouTube and said, hey, I'm an animator of the game, wanted to blah, blah, blah. And then I said, well, hey, can you get the devs in contact with us? And then I checked again like a couple weeks later, and his comments had been deleted. So TT has this policy about not talking to the community or out in public, which I completely get for their normal game, which is that console game. But for a mobile game where you're grinding and people are developing a relationship with a game that lasts for years, you gotta open that up and have some kind of communication with the community, or you get all this frustration that we got right now, where people are so frustrated and we're getting no communication, so we don't know if there's any attention being paid to this problem at all. So just my comment for the devs, please reach out to us. Let's just open a line of communication so we can have some conversation. You can just tell us why you're doing all the things that we disagree with. At least that's something. All right. It's always possible the code changes. Traditionally, reset would be 250 below your high dex. There you go. You get 250 trophies below your highest level that season, you get into penalty phase, right? So there you go. That's kind of that part of it. Rant. Now we're going to Reddit here. Now this is a rant by Beginning Range 234. Almost unplayable after 4K trophies. Now they might be moving this number up each season. Like they used to reset to 4K, then they reset to 4,600. Now it's 5,200, etc. But I started playing 2 months ago, really loved the game, super grinded myself to 4K trophies in 3 weeks at level 8, and then peaked at 4.5K. Then the leaderboard update hit. This is when the leaderboard update came out. I got some videos out there when that happened. And it became unplayable. All the people past 5K started dropping and smurfing at 3K to farm points by beating all the low-level players like me. I'm still 4K trophies nonetheless, but 90% of my matches are versus 10 and 11 level players if I'm still level 9, and none of my cards are above that. It's very frustrating since I don't want to hop on the toxic strategy train. The toxic strategy is you lose one on purpose, then you win. Then you lose one on purpose, then you win. That's the toxic strategy, and I gotta be honest, I know people that do this, and I don't blame them for doing it. I agree that it is a toxic strategy, but it's a toxic strategy that's been built into the game by the way the matchmaking and the incentives and rewards are built. Devs, if you are reading, please add end season rewards for high amounts of trophies. Nooch too good, please help us. I love the game. Well, Nooch too good. Who can argue with that. All right. Now we have Scary Construction, 76. I'm a new player. I'm level 5. Most of my cards are around 4. Right now I'm sitting at 1,250 trophies, and I'm pretty much exclusively matched against players level 6 and 7. This is the same problem for somebody, but at an even lower level here. Their cards are much higher level than mine. It's really hard to win games. I haven't even unlocked most cards I use. Is there any other way to get me up to a fighting chance than to drop a bunch of trophies so I get players my level? Don't get me wrong, it's awesome beating a level 7 whose cards are 3 levels higher than mine, but I barely get scans that way and I barely unlock cards or can level them. People quit games eventually with this, and people have been quitting. You know, I think that this game right now has a bunch of people at the top that have been playing, maybe the top, 3, 4, 5, 6,000, whatever, that just keep playing over and over again, and we love the game. We are not going to let go of the game. Then you got a bunch of people in the middle that have played and quit because of stuff like this, and they don't engage. Then the people at the bottom we're bringing in new players to refill the ones that quit. It should be a lot more people staying with the game and playing over time and sticking with it. But there's so many frustrating things happening with the matchmaking that you get what you got here. Here we are in Reddit again. Can somebody explain the trophy penalty system and when to drop trophies? I'm seeing the dumb C3PO message more and more often now. I thought it was when you lost too many in a row, but I guess it's under a certain trophy count. What I understand, the penalty levels set at the beginning of each season depending on planet, blah, blah, blah. This is again, these are the same problems. And the same point that if you're going to have a penalty system, we should understand how it works. If you're going to have a penalty system, the players should understand exactly how the penalty system works. And it should be simple and easy to understand. I mean, I don't know how to say it any other way than that. I don't think there should be a penalty system at all, not the way it's built now. But if you're going to have it, give us access to what's going on so we can understand. Okay, now here's Diagon. Diagon is one of our Masters level members on the channel, so he's always supporting the channel. Just been a great support. It's a little Darth Maul PFP there. That's great. I've been too afraid to get locked out, so I've stayed between 1875 and 1950. Guess I'll see a little different group of peeps at 1750. Now, this is from December, but it still applies. The trophy levels may be a little bit different now, but Diagon has one of the highest leveled decks in the game, probably top 20, top 30 in the game, of leveled cards in his deck. But he manages his trophies to keep his trophies down so he can play and continue to gain trophies, because there's no built-in reason in the game for him to climb trophies. There's no incentive at all for him to gain a bunch of trophies during the season. There's only incentive for him to win a bunch of times, which means he can win, then lose, then win, then lose. It's punishing players below him, but I just wanted to point this out. This is a very high-level player, a very big supporter of the channel, who plays the game of trophy management, and it's bad for the game, but it's built into the game of how people have to do it if they really want to grind the game and get their cards to a high level. All right, now we're going back to Discord. We got a couple more of these just to see, and they're all along the same lines, but JCX. Anyone else experiencing terrible matchmaking? Feels like 80% of my games are fighting uphill with towers 1 and 2 levels higher than mine. The game is beginning to become very frustrating, or more frustrating than fun. Got it? That's it. And then Lil Porkins here. Porkins. You check. Oh, I'm fine. Ah. All right. Trying to level my heroes, but I'm getting punished by trophy droppers and being locked out of rewards because I can't win at the level I'm at. Went up with tons of easy wins, this is it, guys. This is the crux of the problem. And if we get down to the bottom of it, people get punished. If you have low-level cards and you are really good at strategy and you're winning a lot, you're eventually going to get punished. And we all understand you can't let somebody win and win and win forever, but we've got to fix the matchmaking in some of the ways we've talked about here today. So hopefully our development team is listening. Hope you understand that I don't think you're stupid at all. I would really like to see some kind of communication open for a game that you want people to develop a relationship with your game over years, then let's have a relationship together between us. Something, just something. Tell us why, what, where, when, how. I don't know who's blocking that right now, but at least fix the matchmaking with some of the things we talked about. Give incentives for climbing, match up people based on their card levels rather than their trophy. Like, trophy levels are not indicative of anything other than grinding. That's well, no, they're not indicative of anything. Trophy levels could mean somebody's really good in playing. It can mean anything. It has nothing to do with your skill level of the game and your card levels. It's just not fair. That's it, guys. That's all we got for today. Hopefully, you know, if you guys have any feedback, put it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think and what your feedback is. Let's get the devs listening to us. Let's have these conversations. Let's improve this game. We love this game. I love this game. I started this channel for this game. I love it. This is a great game. Let's get out. Let's just have some fun playing a game we love instead of fighting against the matchmaking all the time. Hey, guys, have a great day. And, of course, always remember, Nooch too good.